Hello, fellow human. Pretty exciting to say, right? I must say that your appearance at first glance is very human-like and pretty accurate. And if we were maybe 1,000 years ago, I would have let you without any kind of tests to go to Earth. The thing is, humans have become more and more observant, and we cannot, we cannot risk that. So sadly, I'll have to take up some of your very precious time with these tests to, make you as human as you can be, or help you be as human as you can be. To make you more familiar with human mannerisms and human ways of speech and human appearance as well, I decided to take on a human appearance to help you accommodate better. I must say that it's kind of exhausting being a human because I have to periodically blink from time to time so I do not cause panic, and also I have to mimic breathing every time, every day. That sounds exhausting. It's exhausting being a human and only having 2 hands and 10 fingers. How did they manage to get anything done? I don't know. But maybe you will find out. Please do tell me. Very exciting. So, before I get any tests done, let me just ask you some very basic questions. Thank you. So, your name, please, even though I already know it, but it's just basic procedure. And your age. Thank you. Your date of manufacture. Your lunar age. Do you plan on taking an android with you? Do you plan on bringing a human back with you? You're unsure. Okay. Okay, now I will be conducting a series of tests, and I will also be asking you more questions along the way. And the series of tests will be like, checking your skin, checking your facial muscles, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your sense of taste, stuff like that, If that is alright with you, please sign the terms and conditions that I've sent you telepathically. Thank you very much. Signature received. Okay, let's start with examining your face. I can see that you have pretty normal skin, I can see that you have 2 eyes, a nose, 2 nostrils, a mouth, and ears. So that's a good start. I'll first start by measuring your face. Turn your head just a little bit to the right, thank you. Now a little bit to the left. So it is as I feared. You have a perfectly symmetrical face. You should fix that before you go to Earth, because humans don't tend to have symmetrical faces, like perfectly symmetrical faces. Like, at least make it slightly asymmetrical. I believe it will give the humans some sort of, what do you call it? Uncanny valley. So you don't want to look uncanny to them, you know? So I will be putting this on your little file here, okay? Also, while I was measuring your face, I could definitely see that you do not have pores. And pores are very important to have if you want to pass as a human. So I'll also be putting this here. From what I've heard, humans don't really want to have pores in general, which is very weird. Because from what I understood, that's how their skin breathes or something like that. I don't know, humans are confusing anyways. Like, I knew that worms could, breathe to their skin. Now humans breathe to their skin, but they also breathe to their nose. And I have to simulate breathing to look like them. Very complicated and fascinating creatures, aren't they? So, I will be putting the no pores and the symmetry problem on your file, so make sure you fix that. Be careful. And now let's check your eyes, right? Sure. So I can see that you have 2 eyes. A little thing that I must say, you haven't blinked once since you've come here. If you haven't blinked, if you've paid attention to what I said in the beginning, I'm, blinking from time to time, rapidly, kind of, to not cause a panic. You should try that too, because humans find it kind of unnerving for someone to not blink in front of them. So please do try to blink, and blink like this, so you don't cause a panic. Not like this, not from bottom to top, top to bottom. And also, I like to bring my trusty light here to show you a little trick. Even though I see that you've chosen brown eyes and it's not as noticeable, in case you want to change your appearance halfway through, even though that would be quite troublesome, but in case of anything that happens, I need you to know this. So human eyes are sensitive to light, and their pupils, the little black dots inside of their eyes, tend to contrast and expand when light hits them and when they're in darkness. Kind of like felines, right? The cats. We have cats too, so I think you would know. So I'll be pointing this very violent light in your eyes, in your 2 eyes. Please don't grow another pair, 2 eyes. And I'll be seeing if your pupils can contract. Okay, very good. I'm sure it must be kind of exhausting. And yeah, okay, perfect. Again. Yeah, perfect. And now the other side. Yeah. And again, just to make sure. Yeah, perfect. And the eye exam is done. Actually, let me check another thing. Let me check your eyelashes. Humans don't have the same amount of eyelashes on each eye. It's kind of random. I don't know if there's a definite number. but they also differ in sizes and in thickness. Most humans I've seen that do wear makeup, as I am right now, tend to also use false lashes to enhance their eyes, I think. So, those false lashes may have, the same length and the same thickness, but technically the natural lashes differ in sizes. So I'll be checking your eyes a little bit to see if the eyelashes are perfectly symmetrical, because again, we want to avoid that uncanny feeling, you know. So I'll be taking this little tool and I'll just be checking your eyelashes and your lower lashes as well, and maybe your pupils a little bit. So this eye is okay. I'm glad that you paid attention to that. Now this eye. Okay, pretty good test. Very fascinating that you paid attention to the eyelashes and not to the blinking. But, Okay. Now let's move on to the ears, right? Before I start examining your ears, very important that you ignore very high frequencies. Humans don't have like a canine hearing. Okay, so let me check first your right ear. Please turn your head to the side. Thank you. Pretty standard ear. Not too long, not too short, not too big. Pretty standard ear. I see that you've taken the liberty of accessorizing it with different piercings. That's what they call them. Okay, very good. Next, turn your head the other way. Yeah. Very, very pleased to say that I could see no fault with your ears. Just pay attention to what I told you, okay? Now, your mouth. As you can see, humans only have one, typically, from what I've heard. So, very glad that you only have one mouth as well. If you could open it so I can see how many teeth you have, and if you only have one row of teeth for the upper and the lower, because that is very important. Also to see if you chose to have your wisdom tooth there or removed, or you never know, maybe you'll have to go to a human dentist at some point, for your pretend checkup, and I don't want you to have 3 pairs of wisdom teeth. So please open your mouth and you have 2 tongues. Okay. So that is a bit of a problem, because even though some humans, from what I've heard, choose to split their tongues for whatever reason, maybe they're trying to be like snakes. I don't know. Fascinating creatures again. They don't typically have like 2 fully formed tongues. So if you could please remain to only having one, That'll be very, very helpful. Let me put this in your little file. Multiple tongues. Okay. So, ignoring the tongues, putting the tongues aside. Let me see. Yeah, everything is pretty standard. I see that you also have some taste buds. So, because you do have taste buds, I feel like it would be pretty important to accustom you to a few human foods. Or one, because I only have one on me right now. This is something that humans call nachos. And this particular brand, just so you know, humans have a lot of brands. I cannot keep up with all of them. This is Doritos. From what I've understood, this is the most popular nachos brand from Earth. And here I have the cheese flavor. I will give you one, and you tell me what you feel. Say, how was it? Standard artificial cheese flavor, right? Yeah, well, humans tend to not point out artificial flavors and stuff like that, or smells. So the educated response would be like, that is so good, or something of that manner. So, taste test done. Also, even though I do not have anything spicy on me right now, make sure that you at least pretend a little bit that something is spicy and not say that it doesn't taste like anything. You will get put on the world record book or something like that. Yeah, they even have that, right? So the mouth tests are done, taste test as well. Again, be sure you solve the multiple tongues problem. Now the nose. I could notice a little bit, but let me just make sure. Like what I feared. As you can see with my, disguise, the nose, even though it's not necessarily solid, it does have like, cartilage, and there's a bone here and stuff like that. Your nose doesn't have anything. It just moves around. It is just flailing around. The slightest touch, just, humans don't tend to have that. So I enjoy the fact that you do have 2 nostrils and that you are also simulating breathing like me. Very good, very nice detail. Definitely do get a nose bridge, bone here, cartilage, a septum, a solid septum, because you definitely will cause a lot of panic by the first gust of wind that passes by you. We don't want your nose to fly off. Humans do have this saying, got your nose. But very sinister saying if you ask me, but we don't want you to be the example of that. So do get that fixed. You do have technically a sense of smell though, right? You have implemented that already? Okay, perfect. I have a few human fragrances here, very popular with the ladies, and I'll have you smell some of them. What does this smell like? strawberries. Okay, perfect. Artificial strawberries, but you know. This color is very similar to my original skin tone. Peaches. And the last one. Salted caramel, yes. Very nice smell, right? So, other than the whole, gelatin nose issue, very okay model so far, very okay disguise. It just occurred to me, even though I am not the one doing your anatomical exam, I would like to see your hands and your nails, especially your fingernails. So please put your hands like this. Okay. I've had a person once come up with their thumbs having more articulation than it needed. Okay, very standard with hands. And I'm very glad that you did not forget your fingernails. I've had someone once forget their fingernails and it just looked very unsettling. Technically, your exam is done. I will be giving you the pass because you still have to go through security. So I'm very sure that you will be fixing your mistakes. But I do have a couple of tips and tricks for you to make yourself seem more human. First of all, like I told you, humans' eyes are very sensitive to the sun, unlike ours. So I will give you this pair of sunglasses, of human sunglasses, to wear. Please do not look straight into the sun because you will be looked at very weirdly by other people. If you want, to look into the sun, like we typically do, just wear these sunglasses so you look a little bit normal. So this is a gift from me. So because the humans think that the sun is their number one enemy, but we all know that their number one enemy is themselves. Who said that? I do have this from I think it was a human that someone brought at some point, and they dropped this because they had to give up all of their possessions. And it's a sun cream. And humans tend to be very obsessed with applying this on their face. So I'll be giving this to you as well. So you can have it on you, at least. Maybe wear it, I don't know. You do what you want with it. Just so you don't, have some girl starts telling you that you'll, I don't know, get skin cancer or something like that. But just take this with you. Very important to me personally. This is not the same as this. I know. This is a room spray. And this is a body spray. But it's not perfume, which perfume is also a body spray. This is for the body, but not the eyes, or the face, or the head, or the hair. For the body, and I don't know, to spray on clothes or something. while this is for the room. Yeah, they're very obsessed with smells, these humans. These are all of my tips and tricks. I sadly cannot point out any type of their lingo or something like that because I don't know, or their cultural, situations, because I don't know where you are going exactly on Earth, but I'll be giving you the pass because I'm not going to be the last person you see. Someone else can look at the other problems, and I'll also be sending the file with all the fixes that need to be done to the next person that you'll be seeing. So please do tell me your name again. Destination Earth. And my signature. I have already done a telepathical copy and I've sent it to you. And here you go. Take care of this and don't lose it. This is what humans say most of the time because they haven't unlocked telepathical powers yet. That's what they call them, powers, but this is just normalcy for us. I hope you have a great time on Earth, and I hope that you will not get caught. And you already know if you get caught, you will be able to return in no time. But there will be repercussions. And I have done my job. And if you're not going to listen to my advice and to my requirements actually for fixing, there will be repercussions from I don't know who, but I will have to note it down. So no hard feelings, okay? But do have fun, and if you need to ask any more questions, you already know where to call. Okay, goodbye.